What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, alongside
Rich Homie Sean.
And let me
pilot,
tell you,
navigator, explorer,
I drove the first leg. All right. Check it out. I'm gonna tell you why he's Rich Homie Sean. Because it's fucking 12:15. We're not gonna be in Lubbock, Texas for our event until 4 a.m. We're driving from Dallas. We had events there. I had meetings there. I had manufacturing visits there. And we're gonna be in Lubbock. We have an event at 10 a.m. And we just want to go. And you've seen a lot of, like, me and Sean post on it as well, going 120, going 120, going 120. And I don't think y'all know what it means about going 120. We gave a little, this video might go long because we got a lot of time to kill.
But this could be a 3-hour video, free seminar. We
actually did this at the Max Muscle Huntington Beach event because, again, Wednesday night we were in California doing events there. And I'm gonna tell you, I'll get in the 9 to 5 thing, but Sean, 120, what we're doing now, the grind, what's that all about?
Right, people think that 120 is with workouts or with your food or with fitness only, but it's not. It's whatever your intended objective is, whatever your purpose is. It's giving that effort, and not just a lot of effort for a short period of time. That's like having a great set in a workout, but really what we're talking about is being excellent and being driven and going to the fullest of your capacity for an extended and consistent period of time, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what 120 is. And you have to do that, whatever you're trying to be great at, you have to do that for years. It's not a month, it's not 6 months, it's not even just 1 year, it's multiple years if you want to be great at anything. It takes years. How long did it take, Mark, before anyone gave a shit about drinking branched chain amino acids?
3 years. Okay, I'll tell you this. In 2004, we launched Extend. It took me until 2007 or 2008 to really notice a tipping point in sales. And in that time, I had 3 straight years at that time before it started tipping to even have anybody try it. Now, 300 days a year in my Toyota Corolla, staying in cheap hotels, telling people about it. Kind of what we're doing now. We're making it happen.
Right, and that was 3 years to get anyone to care about what's definitely one of the top 5 areas of supplementation now. And that's crazy because you think that things, you know, that was only 2000 what? 2000, when did that start?
2004.
2004.
Well, 2005 is when Extend came out. Late 2004, 2005.
Right, that's only 10 years ago. And we tell ourselves it's all been done. There's no chance for me to innovate. What can I do to change things? That was 10 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and now I've had a similar experience with our product NR, where you have something no one knows about. But you know what? Even if you're not at all in this supplement world or this fitness world, whatever your pursuit is, whatever your form of occupation is, there's things that you can do and value you can create and processes you can improve and work you can do to be great. It's just whether or not you choose to do it and take up the cause and really get great at something, right?
You know, and the thing is, like, we were talking about this, like, you got kids graduating college and they expect to come out of college with that magical piece of paper known as a degree. You know, that magical piece of paper. They expect to come out of college, and I'm speaking from experience, from people who come in for interviews and shit, and they expect to work 9 to 5 and make 120 grand out of the gate because they have that fucking piece of paper known as a degree. Well, I'm here to tell you that shit ain't gonna happen. Now, when I started at Weider, I was making, I believe, $24,000 in California. You can't live, even at the time, on $24,000 in California. However, I spent 18 to 20 hours a day in the office when I was in the office and traveling when I could, and before you knew it, that 24,000 went into the 6 figures. But it took me time, it took me years. I didn't just get gifted anything. Nothing's for free. So what I always like to say, we talked about earlier, is that, you know what, at the end of the day, we have competitors, right? We have the Iovates of the world. We have the BPIs of the world. They're up there, okay? We're running, we're nipping at their heels, we're gonna outwork them, we're gonna out-hustle them. But I'll guarantee you this, the people behind us, they're not gonna outwork us and they're not gonna catch up. and I believe I'm going to paraphrase Mark Cuban, live every day like there's someone working 24 hours a day trying to take away everything you have. That's how you have to work. And that's why I've been in California since Monday, events, meetings. In that time, I have 7 new products I'm coming out with. I have made sales. I have influenced consumers and met my consumers who we appreciate dearly. All while my competitors are sitting in their comfy office working 9 to 5, wondering why the hell this guy from MTS and his buddy from HPN are taking their market share.
Right. It's not just because people will try hard for a short period of time. They'll put this effort out for 6 months, like we talked about, for maybe a year, like we talked about, but then they give up because they're not getting where they want to be. And the point is that you have to not just give that all-out effort, you have to give it consistently for a long enough time period for it to matter. And that's never as quick as we want it to be, but all I can tell you is if you truly believe in what you're doing, if you don't, then you need to figure out why it is you don't believe in what you're doing, right? I mean, that's huge. If you don't have belief in the path that you're on, you need to find something that you believe in and do something that you believe in, because that's the only way you're going to have this drive, this why, this reason behind you to motivate you and empower you to continue on when it gets hard. If you don't have that, then you need to find it. That's the first step. And then once you have that, you need to constantly fall back to that and continue to push forward all the times where you don't feel like doing it anymore.
You know, I always said, and I said this before I went to the gym the other day, you know, actually last night, you guys will probably see this vlog sooner or later when I get it up. You know,
get it up.
Yeah, that training session when I went in at 10:30 after a long ass day on Thursday night, you know, it started out not being the greatest, but it ended up, once I got in there and my mind got right, being one of the better workouts I've had because I got my mind into it. I didn't give up. And remember, basically the journey, the end of the journey, it's the sum of all parts. So you need to go in there and realize that even if you don't have a good workout, that workout is going to lead you to reach your long-term goal. It might not be your best workout ever, but it will add up to be your best work. It'll add up to help you reach your goals. As in life, everything you do, every step you take, every time you're driving through the night from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. to be at a 10 a.m. event after an entire day of work, he just got in this morning, that will add up to what potentially might be your greatness, because you're going 120. Now, I'm not saying you don't need to sleep. I'm just saying that sometimes you need to look at yourself at the end of the day, if you've had failures, and ask yourself, was that anybody else's fault? Or could I have just gone a little bit harder and made that happen and realized my goals?
Right, that's exactly it.
So that's,
and this is the stuff that people don't see, the driving through the night to get from one place to the other, the struggles that you have, where Mark and I sat, you know, first in Starbucks and then in Outback Steakhouse and then back in Starbucks just to get our work done and our emails answered and our obligations as company owners fulfilled, so that we could continue on this, you know, on this road trip while our companies operated, because those are the things that make our companies run. Because sometimes people see us at events or at the workouts and they're like, even my own friends are like, oh man, it's cool that you get to work out for a living. It's like, fuck no, I don't work out for a living.
Such a small part of it.
Yeah, this is that's something I do for myself. The actual work is behind the scenes. It's the orchestrating and the movements of $1 million companies. That's the work. That's the work.
You think that, like, we just got a new facility in Lobliner, Ohio. We just bought a warehouse, Tiger Fitness and MTS. You think that there's no paperwork and negotiations involved in buying a warehouse?
Let alone finding one.
Yeah, let alone finding one. I mean, there's a lot that goes into what we do. But, you know what? We enjoy it. It's what we do. But I'll tell you what, I enjoy this back end shit, driving through the night with my boy, making shit happen. Hell, in fucking 3 weeks, we'll be in Australia with Doug. We're literally flying in the morning, going to events, going to bed, then flying in the morning, then doing it all over again for 8 or 9 days straight.
Right.
And then we land in LA on Thursday, rest for a day. Rest means catching up on all the shit we missed in Australia. And guess what? Saturday, we're going to be at the Fit Expo. And guess who's setting up Anaheim Fit Expo, we'll be there. Guess who's setting that booth up on Friday? Us. We're not those company owners who just have unions set that shit up. No, no, no. We do that shit ourselves. Because that's what we do. The grind, the hustle, that shit is real. Makes you a better person for doing it. So
earn everything that you get, because that way you'll enjoy it that much more. I mean, it feels amazing to say that you've done something and you've accomplished something that no one can take away from you.
Yeah. So guys, that's our little motivational speech for the day. What we're saying is that what you see on Instagram, what you see on YouTube, you see us fucking doing the fun shit. But what we have to do to bridge the gap that actually makes this shit work, it's not all glamorous, man. How many times have we been in an airport mixing up sludge in a dirty Tupperware because, well, we got to stick to our diet so we can look the way we do, to perform the way we do, so we can do the shit we do when we go to these events, so we can represent our company and practice what we preach and not be just another fat guy in a polo shirt like other company owners in this industry. That's the difference, because we go 120 in everything we do. That's what we do.
Everything.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it, Sean. Enjoy the drive. You have a full tank of gas, and we have monsters.
Lightweight, baby.
Because I ain't taking a pre-workout right now. Because driving through the night, making shit happen, well, fuck it. That's not a game.